Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is a personal YouTube reading for Melissa, and the order number is 1379. I will be starting with your right palm because it's a destiny palm, and there it is. So the first thing that stood out to me while looking at your palm is actually how many moles do you have on your palm. This is so unusual. Like majority of people, they don't have any moles on their palms. Having moles, in palmistry it's called like every mole on your palm called stigma. So stigma, it means that you've been marked for specific like lifetime that you had. So those are the ones that been stamped in your palm, and the places of those moles, they usually tell about like what kind of like information you're supposed to know in this lifetime or you're supposed to be connected with. So, for example, this mole specifically, and because this is the right palm which represents your destiny, so it means in this lifetime you're supposed to be aware that whatever it is you choose in this lifetime as a career has like connection with your physical health. So, for example, if your career is not good, if you're not happy with what you do, you're gonna suffer. Like you're gonna suffer mentally, physically, because if you don't like your job, if you don't like what you do, it's kind of like physically affects your well-being. Also, this mark tells me that in the future you're supposed to choose one of the careers that you had in your past lives. So, because here around the stigma, I see like a lot of stars. So these stars, they usually talk about abilities, like magical powers and magical abilities. So it means you're supposed to do something that is really related to occult and like being a witch, because you are a born witch. You have so many marks of a witch, so it means every mark represents your past life when you used to practice. So in the future, regardless what you do for your work, like regardless of your life choices, in the future, magic or witchcraft supposed to kind of come in your life in the most interesting way. So it could be not through you, because the stigma is not connected to the line that represents your profession. So it might come through someone else who's going to be in your life, and this is going to be like a witch that's going to guide you. It could be a friend, could be a guru, could be like a person like online, for example, but you are going to be experiencing magical influences in your life on daily basis in the future. Having three moles here, this is the part of your palm that actually represents your connection with entities and angels and demons and any gods or ancestors that are around you, like anything that is not present in the physical realm but has a reflection on your soul. So having three moles tells me that you are heavily guarded, heavily protected, and strongly connected with the realm of the supernatural. So it means you have the ability to talk to your ancestors, to talk to demons, angels, and spirits. And it's all has to do with your past lives as well. It means you've done it before, like in your past life reincarnations, and this is something that you can do in this lifetime as well. You have multiple signs that represents connection with angelic realm. So one of the biggest signs here, which tells me that you've been born with the connection with angels, like you have a guardian angel since the day your soul came back to earth. This guardian angel always with you. It's not necessarily an angel from a Bible. It could be a person that you can call angel, but this is like very interesting connection that you have, like with this angelic. Could be even human being, because it feels like very, very present in your life. I also see these unusual lines here. It tells me that your mind is crazy, crazy different from the mind of any other person that you know. Your mind has the ability to actually reflect supernatural in a very natural way. So, for example, when something happens to you, like in the realm of supernatural, you always have the ability to explain it with like logic. So this is something that you always do in order to feel like more safe or more normal, like in order to fit in. And this is something your mind does like subconsciously. You always find explanation of supernatural. That's why you think that you are normal and you don't experience a lot of things that you think others are experience on daily basis, but you do. You know, sometimes when you hear these crazy stories from people online or from people you know, like they're going through like through this or through that, or they hear or see something, they actually see and hear less than you do. It's just your mind kind of blinds you and covers it, like in a kind of way to explain it. Also, you have a strong connection here with deities that are not like coming from your religion. So you are not really, this is your right palm, so you're not born to practice any specific religion in this lifetime. And it has to do with your past lives, but it also has to do with your mind as well. Like your mind is very picky when it comes to choose something to believe. It's like it's very hard for you to believe in something that you cannot understand or you cannot touch, and it's something that you possess since day one. This power of the mind, like unexplainable, um, like control over supernatural things. And you had, by destiny, you were given like an extremely hard life. Nothing is easy for you. You have to fight for the tiniest things that for others are given so easily. It's like it looks like there are many things in your life that being unfair, and there is no justice in a way. It's like your destiny made sure that everything that comes to you is with a price, with a task, with a trial, with a test. It's like so many complications. Even when it comes to your physical health, you're always supposed to like experience something unusual, something that like none of your family has. It's like always a test. And I want to see what's on your left palm, because your left palm reflects your free will, like the choices that you make in life. And it's quite different from your left palm. So it tells me that you are kind of making a lot of choices based off your mind. It's like whatever mind tells you to do. So you're always listening to your mind. You have a lot of intuition in you that always like this gut feelings that tells you what you need to do, but you try to ignore them as much as you can, and you always like concentrate on things that like logical, like you have a lot of this logical presence in you. So I can't say that your logic is incorrect. I actually see that decisions that you make are making your life easier and better, and it helps you to be where you are at the moment. It helps you to achieve the things that you desire. This logic in you, it's actually has something to do with your masculine energy. It's something that actually helps you to be like professional, to be more abundant. It brings you success that you want. It brings you the things that you desire. Some people, when it comes to intuition or when it comes to manifesting things, they do it by imagining things or like doing some kind of rituals. For you, you just have to decide on something and then you get it. It's like your mind gonna work for it and you receive whatever it is literally on your mind. I see a very unusual thing like here. During your childhood, you've been kind of disconnected from your past. In the childhood, you were a totally different person from who you are at the moment. It's like until you reach maybe like 11, 12 years old, you were like daydreaming. You were like such a different human being, honestly. And it's kind of like two different lives that you had: the life that you're leading now and the life that you had as a childhood, in your childhood. I see that you always connected with two guardian angels and one guardian demon. So this trio in your mind are always like kind of playing games with you. So you always know there is a good decision, a bad decision, and decision that's gonna make you feel safe. And this middle decision always, like, it feels like routine. So you're always choosing routine over anything else. So you always connected to physical realm, and you always want to make sure that everything is going to be okay for you and for people that you love and care about. And sometimes you're not taking risks, you're not taking controls, and it all comes honestly from your childhood. I see this is like the Arachne net. It tells me that Arachne was a competitor of the goddess of beauty in ancient Greek mythology. So she used to be like so good with like sewing. So when I see Arachne net on somebody else's palm, I always assume that you're supposed to be really good with your hands, like creating something. So it's either art, like sewing, like fashion, could be like drawing, like anything, like for example casting some kind of like sculptures, like anything to do with your hands, like even architecture, engineering, like anything that your hand can touch, like draw and use like some kind of like instrument for it. So you can even have a career of out of your hobby, like whatever it is your hobby that you can do with your hands, this is could become your career, even if it's just like making like fake flowers of plastic, or like anything like that, literally. So this tells me that your hobby can become your career if you ever want to. Also, I see that in the future, there is in your mind there are many possibilities how the future for you going to be unfolding, but I also see that it's not finished, so there is still chance that you can totally change everything that you have around you, like this routine of yours, and do many different crazy things. Also, I see when it comes to your gifts and abilities, you are born witch, and you are also born energy healer, but I think healing people is not something that you find fulfilling. There's much more to that. I think if you ever would choose a path of healing people, it would be like more to do with their mind. Like, you would be an amazing example of like, for example, becoming a Sigmund Freud of our era, like creating something new in psychology or parapsychology. Your mind is very unusual, so your mind has the ability to see people in the most unique and different ways. You have the ability to perceive the world in the most unique and different ways. It's like for you, you can't even judge others because you understand where they come from, how they feel, why they're there, why they did it. It's like you must be probably the only person in your surroundings who can relate and understand everyone else, but no one can understand you. You don't have really this ability to, you never explain yourself, and you never try to like blend in. You try sometimes to fit in, but you always sticking out, you always different, you always unusual, you always the crazy one, you always the one who kind of like, if you don't show up for a party, the party is not going to be interesting. It's like without you nothing else is working. It's like everything in your life, it holds on you. If you're not there, nothing is there. So it's kind of hard because you have so many responsibilities and so many things to take care, but this is who you are. This is what you choose in this lifetime. So not only you're born witch or an energy healer, you have the connection with shamanic practices in your past lives, and your ancestors also practiced a lot of shamanism. So any shamanic practices are still something that you can do. Shamanism is in your blood. This ability to talk to spirits, to see animals, to connect with the underworld, connect with like demons, and working with different entities. This is you. This is what makes you like alive and unique. Also, anything to do with like smoke scrying, or like seeing smoke, like sitting next to a fire. Like fire is definitely your element, and it's definitely something that makes you feel comfortable. Also, any shamanic practices, like if any time in your life you decided to learn something, I would definitely recommend you to learn and practice like shamanic rituals, shamanic ways of doing energy healings or readings for others. So this is part of you that I think at some point of your life you might to discover and approach in a new way. And I also see that you are a people person, because people really like you, they drawn to you. You are an amazing leader, but also you're very choosy and picky when it comes to your friends. I think only few people know who you truly are. You don't let people easily come close to you. You don't really open easily to strangers, but no one knows that. Everyone think okay, sorry about this noise. Everyone thinks actually that you are a super positive, super like amazing people person, but inside of you, you're actually a hermit. You prefer to be alone. You prefer to be with the group of people that you really, really trust. So for you, it's actually when you are surrounded by many, many strangers, you have to have this like small talk. This is when you feel that you drain your energy because it's for nothing. It's like it's not meaningful to you, and this is what drains you, and this is what makes you feel bad and like low on energy. So the more people around you that you probably don't like or don't want to talk to, the more energy you give out. When it comes to your gifts and abilities, I think you know who you are. I think you already decided for yourself, and I feel this like I sense this in you, like this power of understanding everything about you, understanding everything about your life paths and choices that you make in this lifetime. And I respect those decisions. I actually have like huge respect for you, and I feel your power, and I feel your like logic and common sense. I know it's kind of hard to explain, but a lot of people that are born with gifts and abilities, they are very intuitive. You are the opposite when it comes to gifts and abilities, to your own power. You're very, very, very logical. You use your mind in every sense, and it's quite hard. It's challenging, but it's also very rewarding because you don't make like silly mistakes, and you're always in control of your destiny. And your free will is amazing, and you can manifest anything you want as long as it's on your mind. So dream bigger, honestly. That's my advice to you, because sometimes you limit yourself by assuming that what's around you is enough. There is so many more things that you can acquire and reach in this lifetime if you choose to. You actually asked me a very interesting question. So your question is, what is something that is hidden from me that I would benefit to know? So what it is that is hidden from you that you would benefit from knowing? This is an amazing question. For this, I'm gonna use the occult tarot because, like, who else like demons know what's hidden? And first of all, I'm just gonna ask if there is anything hidden from you that you will benefit from knowing. So I wanna see if the demons are gonna say yes or no. Because sometimes there are hidden things from us, but if we know them, it's actually not going to be to our benefit, but to our disadvantage. So let's see if there's anything that is hidden from you that you will benefit from knowing. Interesting, but the answer is yes. So now I want to ask, what is this? It's like a Sphinx riddle. What is there that is hidden from you that you should know? First, I want to check the bottom of the card. Interesting. So in the bottom of the card is the demon who reveals secrets and increases one's intellect and spread destruction for fire. So I think this is actually so aligned with you. It's like the fire, your element. So I think the hidden things from you is actually who you are. This is the one thing that you don't get to see by yourself. Literally who you are. You don't know. I think you've never been tested in a way to realize the extent of your power and the extent of your like emotions, because sometimes you hide in a lot of your emotions inside. So I think you don't really know what you're capable of. And because it's reversed, I don't think this is something you're going to benefit from. Like you don't really have to know this. It's just like understand that you are more powerful and stronger than you think. So majority of the cards, like actually 5 cards fell and only one is upright. Usually when it comes to cards that are reversed, those to me represent something that you don't need to know. And the only one that is like standing like upright is the Ten of Cups. When it comes to Ten of Cups in a tarot deck, it usually represents the end and the beginning of a great cycle. So something that has ended and you think it's over, it's actually starting all over again, and you just don't get to notice it because it kind of looks different. So I think one of the things that is hidden from you, it's just you repeating the cycle, you're doing the same mistake, even though it looks different and it feels different, and you assume it's something different. This card usually represents relationship. So if you just ended a relationship with someone and it was like something negative and something that you didn't like, and you don't want to go through the same experience, and if it's you are in a relationship again with someone, it might be the same cycle. It might be that you're dating the same person, and it might be that you don't see it this way, but it is true in the future, in the long run. If you're not dating anyone new at the moment, for example, or if you're in long-term relationship, whatever it is happening between you guys, it's a repetition of a cycle again. So concentrate on your love life. Whatever is there, it's something that to me screams like mistake. Probably it's either resonates a lot or it's like it's not even there, but this is the warning that the demons like sending your way. This is the message. So sometimes this card represents like this specific demon Furfur. He sometimes represents a relationship that you have with your siblings and your parents, like relationship of great significance to you. So mistakes are being done and you need to know about that. Like this is what's hidden, but you need to know. Like sometimes hidden things are very like small, obscure, you don't even get to see them, but out of these things grows something serious. So anything that has to do with love, you should concentrate now in the moment. The ones that are reversed, I'm not gonna look at, because usually those are the ones that are not supposed to be seen or known. Otherwise you're gonna make mistakes or wrong decisions based on that. And I want to ask again if there is any other thing that is hidden from you but you can benefit from knowing. I just stop there. The Sun card. So when this card comes, it's usually a very positive card. This card talks about happiness, love. It talks about becoming like rich, smart. It talks about becoming you, like for example, you're getting a raise at work, or you're changing, you're receiving like better work, like something new and positive. Because I'm asking what is hidden, but you benefit of knowing. In this situation, I think the change is hidden from you. So I would say someone at work is trying to either like sabotage your future or take your position or the line to you. And this is important because this has to do with your future. So whatever it is you want to achieve in this lifetime, there is a person who is trying to take it from you, and that's what's hidden. And it's hidden because this person probably behaves like your best friend, like a good friend, and you can't even realize who this person is because they're hiding so well. You will never even think that this is the person who would say something behind your back, or this is the person who actually can do such a thing to you, because for you this is the person who would be the most loyal to you and the most like good, sincere person. This is person who very close to your heart and who praises you and who gives you like a lot of compliments and who always supports you and who's always on your side. would say someone is lying to you. I'm also gonna ask for the last time if there is something else you should know, something that is hidden from you, but you might benefit from knowing. Lucifer. So he always comes when someone is really envious of you and jealous of you. So he's the one who is very proud of his appearances. So it means someone is really, really jealous of the way you look, the way you behave, the way you dress. And when Lucifer comes, I think as a warning, it means someone who is jealous of you is capable of like ruin your life, is capable of doing something very, very bad. And usually this person again is very close to you, so has something to do with your friend. Also, I get from this card something that is hidden from you is your origin, your family, like a family secret. So it's hidden from you, but I don't think that if you know it, it's gonna make your life easier. It's just maybe gonna bring you peace, but whatever it is hidden, it's hidden for a good purpose. Also, if Lucifer came, I think you need to know that he's the one who is with you at the moment. So this is the demon that you ever decide to invoke someone, you should invoke him. He will give you answers and he will give you support. And when it comes to things that's hidden, I think I get this, that the past is the thing that is like more dark and hidden and obscure for you. And there are two people who doesn't want to talk about the past, but I don't really feel that you really need to know that. I don't think it's important to your soul to grow. And I don't think it's actually important even for you to know your past. And it's important for you to know your family's past. It's just, it feels like a blank, dark page, but I want you to leave it like that. I don't want you to go there and ask questions. You are you are very close, like when you closed when it comes to your energy and when it comes to like looking for you in the underworld. Like when I was preparing for the reading, there is like so little information that I was able to pull, and I think there is a reason for that. The reason that you are hidden, many things are hidden from you, and you are hiding things. It's because this is the way it should be for better, like for living your life as easy as you can and like enjoying your life in a way. So I think that's what I get. It's kind of like the message itself, like for me it feels messy. I hope it makes sense for you, and I want to proceed with the candle wax. So because the question is so awesome, what is hidden from you, I'm using like dark water. I prepared like very dark water for the candle wax, and I'm using gold candle because gold is always a sun and sunlight. Sun always, when it comes, it gives lights and it gives clarity and it gives answers. So let's see if I'm going to be able to see something in the candle wax as well. Stopped right away. So I guess there is nothing the sun wants to let you know, or like this candle. So I'm not going to ask it anymore. I'm going to proceed with just candle wax reading. And see what is going to be there. I really want to mention, I'm not sure, because I told you like you're very protected, and Melissa, honestly, you are very strong when it comes to the spiritual realms. You stand strong. You stand by yourself. You have wings, and you have this shield around you that feels like this reflective dark metal that doesn't let anything comes your way. And because of that, you're very protected, you're very strong, and you're powerful. You have your gifts are incredibly strong. I feel like a lot of ancestors of yours were practicing, and the bloodline that you've been born to is very prominent, and it's very unusual, and it has like a lot of people that made history. So that's why your gifts are so strong. But I also feel maybe that's why you don't really practice them much. Like you're not fully yet connected to your sense in this like lifetime, in this dimension. Even the candle wax, it has like so many tiny dots that are disconnected. Usually candle wax, when it comes like in one piece, and all of this dots all over the place, even though this is the candle that I work with a lot and I know how it usually behaves. Like, it's not like this. It's so interesting. I'm being shown this. There is a person like your ancestor. He is a part of secret society. He's working on the book, and the book is taken. And the book is traveling in Europe, and there are many people after this book, and they're trying to find you. This book has your family name in it. It has your name in it. I think you will find this book in this lifetime. This is your purpose, to actually reconnect with this book. There are many people telling you what to do and like teaching you how to do things, and you don't listen. And it's good that you don't listen, because the advice is not actually good for you. You have this weird connection with unusual species from the sea. Some people, they have spirit animals like dogs, wolves. You have connection with like this giant octopus. Super unusual, but this is something that I'm being shown to. You have strong ability of connecting with demons, talking to dark entities. You actually have extreme connection with the realm of death. I think every ancestor who passed away is talking to you every day. And I think you have this ability to communicate clearly with them. You know when they are there, and you know how to hear them. You are the one that being able to sense them since your childhood. It doesn't feel good. It actually feels scary. I think as a child you've been scared a lot by these communications, by the ancestors coming to you. And this connection with the death is actually also it doesn't feel like normal in a way. It kind of feels scary as well. It feels overwhelming, and I think the reason why you sometimes you know how the person in front of you might die, it's like you have the vision, you understand what they should be scared of, and it probably scares you, and that's why you're so closed sometimes for this darkness that's around you. Fire is definitely something that you should work in more with, because the candle really, like, when it doesn't want to talk, it doesn't want to talk. When it wants to talk, it's actually like talking like crazy. They show me the pool that has borders, and you never cross those borders. And it's maybe it's not a pool, it's like a pond, like a water with borders. And this water, like a dark water, it kind of for you like a sky. That's what you gaze into. You have the abilities to see something that even I cannot see. You are one of those people who, if they experience sleep paralysis, those are the most scariest ones. It's all your supernatural experiences actually, like some, like majority of them are connected with something that you don't want to experience anymore. I think it has to do with your ability to become a medium. So your physical body might get possessed by spirits and entities because this is who you are, and that's why you so physically feel the supernatural. That's why you have this access to things that are hidden from many. You have this void in you that nothing can fulfill, and this is just you not practicing who you are, like you not accepting who you are. And and this void is supposed to be there because this is kind of the source of your power. This is your in a way, this is your heart. Some people, they have hearts that are very bright. Your heart is heavy. That's why it's so closed, because if you feel for someone, if you want to help, you can, like, even give your life to someone. If you want to help them, you can do crazy things for people you love and care about, but it's too much. So you have to control all of these emotions. You have to control your ability to be empathic for others. And that's why the void is so like active, because there's so many things that you feel, but you choose to be silent about them. You don't express how close to heart you take specific things, because you want to be more safe, and you want to be like protected. Honestly, Melissa, you are so quiet in many things, and quiet about your feelings sometimes. And And it's like, it feels to me that you are hiding a lot of things in you, for good reasons, actually. And as a person, if you're a friend to someone, you're just the best friend that anyone can ask for. You are the best everything because you strive for the best. You're a perfectionist, and you are true to your word. If you promise something, you make sure you're gonna do it. And you are just amazing. You feel like very heavy. To me, during the reading, it's like you are blocking so much when it comes to like getting information out of you, out of your soul, because you always want to be protected, because you know so many secrets from the past lives. You've been given access to the elite of this world, and not only your secrets you're protecting, by secrets of other people. And that's why there is always like this shield that guarding you from anyone to being able to see you. But I really thankful for this opportunity, for giving a reading to you, and I hope it resonates. And let me know if you have any questions. Enjoy the rest of your day.